To the lemniscate, Kevin! I'm taking you into the crazy Mobius strip of a place that this is called the lemniscate, whatever. It sounds crazy awesome. This is Brain Tank. Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Brain Tank. This time, Kevin's in the hot seat. Well, he's in the same seat he's always in, but you get the picture. Alright, Kevin. Last week you destroyed me with vice presidents.
Now, what's this week?
This week is something that I hope you have some knowledge about. This is one that's been requested by one of our viewers. It's information about future human spaceflight. So, yeah, I know. See, you're excited. You're like, I can do this.
Maybe.
I'm Kevin. I can do this. Well, we'll see how you do. It's a mix of spaceflight and just humans surviving in space sort of deal thing. We'll see how you do. I don't know. You might actually have more information than I do on these. Unfortunately, due to some technical difficulties, the rest of the video for this episode has actually been deleted. But don't worry, we still have the audio, so please listen in and you'll enjoy the rest of our Brain Tank episode. Thank you for watching. I guess listening in this case. So here we go, number one. True or false, the Mark III spacesuit, pictured here, is the heaviest NASA spacesuit.
Is it?
That's not, I'm telling you, true or false. You can't ask a question.
No, I feel like these things should have reached a peak like a decade or two ago and then gotten lighter, and that looks fairly recent, so I'm going to say false.
Well, it's true, actually.
Oh.
Funnily enough, you said a decade or so ago. The Mark III was designed in 1990, 1992.
Oh, okay.
But it hasn't. I don't think it actually has been deployed yet. They don't use it on the space station. They use the regular.
Yeah.
suits.
Why would you go for the heaviest one when others work?
But it may be heavy, but it has many useful features. Namely, that the pressure inside the suit is one atmosphere. So you're equivalent to when you're in the space station to when you're in the suit. So when you get out of the suit,
so there's no pressure readjustment.
Yeah, you don't have, once you come back in the space station and you can go straight back in the ISS. You don't have to go through pressure renormalization like you do if you went scuba diving. Everything. So this helps people avoid the bends, which you wouldn't think astronauts get, but they can get it if they don't equilibrate nicely. So yes, also this suit provides awesome movement because the central piece is hard, but all the arms can rotate in any direction. So they have a wide range of movements. It's really fascinating considering how physically weird this thing looks sometimes. Yes. There you go, Kevin. I can't believe you got that wrong. Number two, true or false, the MIT Biosuit, pictured here.
Yes. I remember this. Yeah.
Uses spandex and pressure cords to provide mechanical counterpressure across the entire body except for the head.
Yeah, I think I heard about this. I'm going to say it's true.
I tricked you, Kevin. It is false. While it does use all of those things to create mechanical counterpressure, the hands...
Oh, it's just that?
Yes, the hands and the feet do not have this technology on them because it's very hard to produce mechanical counterpressure on small joints. So your hands, because they have such small joints on them, they can't really work it well. So the gloves are actually... they're filled with gas. They're just like a regular spacesuit kind of thing. Same thing with the boots. This is a very cool looking spacesuit designed by this woman at MIT. She's the one wearing in the picture. She's pretty much there are only two people have worn this suit that I've seen, and the suit is supposed to be designed for each individual astronaut if this gets approved and gets used. It's a very cool looking thing because it's skin tight, so you have a lot of mobility. Problem is because of the way to keep the pressure on you, they have to heat up the coils to turn them on. So the astronaut can only wear it for so long because they'll start to overheat.
Right.
So that's the one downside. But I mean, you still get a few hours, I think they said 4 to 6 hours of work time out of it. So it's actually pretty decent amount of time, but
decent. The other spacesuits are longer, can do longer than that.
Right, but this is more designed for planetary stuff.
Right.
If you were going into space, you wouldn't want to use this. You'd use Mark III or something else. There you go. Kevin.
Is this just a spacesuit trivia?
No, it's not. Those are the only two spacesuits. We're done with spacesuits. But this is the future of what we should be using. So it's exciting. This looks like it's a spacesuit question based on the picture, but you guys won't see the picture. It's just a man on the moon. But here we go. Number 3, true or false. NASA has no plans to put another man on the moon themselves. Or woman, sorry. Man or woman. We haven't actually put a woman on the moon. We should put a woman on the moon.
We should. So... I'm going to say that this is true that there are no plans, because we would be hearing a whole lot more about an old lander design called Altair that NASA used to work on but no longer does. And I think that the key word in this is themselves. Like maybe in a collaboration, but not themselves.
That is correct, Kevin. It is true. So under the current budget, NASA head administrator Charlie Bolden has decided that it would cost billions to build a new lunar lander, which, I mean, you think, yeah, we don't want to spend all that money. Mm-hmm. And if we did, it would effectively kill our chances of getting to Mars by 2030, or the 2030s, which right now, Mars is the buzzword in any sort of political thing that has to do with NASA. So you can't do that. Mars has to be the mission. But yeah, as we said in Space News earlier this week, NASA will collaborate in the next international venture with ESA. If they're trying to go back to the moon, we will send an astronaut there. Hopefully a woman. Let's send a woman to the moon, guys. Yes. Come on. It's about time. All right. Number 4, Kevin's favorite topic of all time. And by that, it's not his favorite topic. Number 4, true or false? Recent analysis of NASA's experimental EM drive could deliver astronauts. Says it could deliver astronauts to Mars.
So I know the statistic that if it works, you could get to the moon in 4 minutes.
The moon? Who cares about the moon?
But yeah, this is Mars in 3 months. Yeah, so I think that this is scaled right. I think that that's true if the EM drive works.
That is true. Actually, very recently, this past week, they did an analysis that said it could take 70 days, a mere 70 days, so less than 3 months, to get an astronaut, a crew, from Earth to Mars if the EM drive worked the way that it's supposed to work. And based on everything that I've been reading, it's a giant if. We still don't understand, the scientists don't understand how this thing works, which is very scary to me because all we know is that it uses electromagnetic microwaves to convert electricity directly to thrust. But there's some physics in there
that shouldn't work.
Right.
So also, you'll see like news articles that say like NASA accidentally made a warp field. No, they didn't. Yes. No, they didn't. Stop listening to those people.
But they did recently test this thing in a hard vacuum, and it said that there were
still worked.
It worked. So, but what is making it work? We still don't know.
No one knows.
But we do figure this out. This is the next stage of probably engines. Like if we can Mars in 70 days, I would take that trip. Yeah, it's not that long. All right. Number 5, Kevin, you've gotten, one right? No, you got 2 right. You got 2 right thus far. So you're 50-50 right now. This is your last question. Here we go. True or false? Earlier this year, being 2015, NASA proposed an Orion flyby mission for Mars that would leave Earth on November 22nd, 2021.
No, that's the moon flyby. That should be the moon flyby mission.
I said Mars, Kevin.
Yes, so I say that's false.
You are correct. It is false, but probably not for the reason you're thinking. So, in February of this year, there's a giant meeting of people, politicians, and people with money and things like that, and it's called the Science, Space, and Technology Hearing. No one from NASA was invited, or no one from NASA was there. Yeah. No one went, I should say. So, but the people there proposed that we should go to Mars in 2021, just do a flyby using Orion. Now, the reason why they picked that date and everything is because it's a nice planetary alignment between Earth, Venus, and Mars, where we could slingshot around Venus and get to Mars with relative ease. And it would be great. It would just be a flyby. You wouldn't have to do anything. The problem is, they leave in 2021. They come back in 2023. The supplies that would be needed and
for 2
years in space, we haven't figured that out yet exactly.
And they would need like a living module to live in for 2 years.
Right. So we would need something like the Bigelow capsule, like the Bigelow
aerospace, like inflatable
module.
Either way, we just don't have the parts sitting here yet.
We don't have this ready yet. And especially like because you're thinking of the moon mission and the moon flyby in 2021, specifically the asteroid redirect mission, where we will finally in 2021 NASA is planning to send astronauts to a piece of an asteroid that will be around the moon as the first crew first time that the Orion crew will be able to actually fly in the thing, and they'll go to this asteroid. They will leave the module, they do an EVA, hammer things and whatnot, and then they'll get back in and they'll come back. But once again, see, NASA says moon, and politicians say Mars. They want us to go to Mars. NASA's like, whoa, baby steps, guys, baby steps. But this is the future of our of spaceflight at the very moment. There's plenty more other things out there that other people are doing, exciting stuff like SpaceX and other companies. I did not cover all that here today because that would take like an hour or two.
Hours.
And I also just wanted to give Kevin some points. He got 3 points, so that's
I
great.
do not know spacesuits.
He doesn't know spacesuits, which means I have a leg up of him there. But thank you for watching. We will definitely try and do another one of these videos at some point in time, and we have plans to do some other things.
Yeah.
But keep putting those ideas for Brain Take episodes down below. We'll definitely use them at some point. Whether or not it's immediate, just hold on to us. We'll be there. But thank you for watching.
Thanks.
We'll see you out there. Thank you for watching this episode. We hope you learned something. We definitely did. If you'd like to help us figure out more Brain Take topics, you can write them down there in the comments below. You can also subscribe and watch an old video. You can also find us other places around the internet, such as Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, all those great things. And as always, thank you for watching. We'll see you out there.